Good morning, everybody. Slight change in format today. I'm coming from you from Alicante. Unfortunately, we haven't got Bruce or David today, so you've got me. My name is Sam Lupson. I'm the Overseas Director for Hangout on Holiday. And today we're going to be bringing the live chat broadcast directly from Malta. We've been running 3 broadcasts last week in partnership with Travel Gossip, and we've had a great response up till now. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Last few days, we asked you to pose a few questions that you might have for our expert out in Malta, and we're going to be asking them today. First of all, I just want to give you a quick update. I know that probably a lot of your customers in the UK have been asking about the situation out here in Spain. I'm based out in Alicante, just north of Benidorm, but there have been some reports of things going on about the face masks in Catalonia and now the Balearic Islands. The main thing is, don't worry about this, guys. There's been a lot of sort of scare things going on Facebook and saying, I can't travel, I don't want it there because I'm going to have to wear my mask all the time. It's not true. Okay, guys. So the exceptions are you don't have to wear a mask on the beach. You don't have to wear a mask by the pools or when eating or drinking, practicing sport, or while playing a wind instrument, which is direct from the Spanish press. So you can really reassure your customers that come in places like Catalonia and Salou, out in the Balearics, and it possibly will come into other areas as well in Spain. It really isn't a problem, okay? Like I said, I'm the Overseas Director for Hangout on Holiday. For those of you who don't know about our platform, I just want to give you a quick overview of what it does and how it can help you and your guests. So the simplest and easiest way to think about it is think of it like a digital holiday rep in your pocket, okay? You can download the app, Hangout on Holiday, through the iOS store and the Google Play Store. And it is essentially an in-resort communications platform, okay, that you guys can chat to our local experts at any time, ask any questions, and your guests can as well prior to travel or during their stay. Once they're on the app, they can find lots and lots of local information, places to go, things to do, events happening, local fiestas, and they can ask their local expert anytime, any information about these. They can also now book excursions, okay, directly from the app. They can go on there, search through the program of excursions, look at videos, look at nice pictures, and then book directly there. And they can also obviously chat to their rep at any time if they've got any questions about the excursions. More importantly as well, especially in this day and age, what's happening now, from the operator or the local resort and the local experts, they can broadcast live information directly to somebody's phone. So if something did happen in resort, if there was a change in regulations, even if there was just a great party happening, they would be able to post a message directly to the phone of the people in resort. So it is really exactly like what a holiday rep used to do. All this is different, is it's done on a phone. You can use it, like I said, at any time. So if you've got guests asking you questions about specific things within resort that you don't know, jump on the app, go and speak to our local expert, and they'll answer you straight away. And you can obviously advise your guests to download the app. They'll be able to use it for free prior to and during their holiday. Okay, so it's a really useful tool to get a free repping service in resort. So without further ado, like I said, we're coming from Malta today. I'm going to introduce you to Warren. He's one of our partners out there with Alpine Sterling's DMC there. They supply all our excursions, and also they are the local expert in resort for us. So 1 second, let me just get Warren on. There we go. Warren, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Fantastic. That's
Good
a
afternoon.
beautiful view you've got behind you. Where are you now?
Well, I'm actually on the terrace of the Hilton Malta, and in the background there's the swimming pool and the Mediterranean Sea, as you can see, and lovely blue skies.
It's beautiful. Are there people swimming in the pool?
Yeah, there's a few families there, young children and adults, and
excellent.
Yeah, everyone's having fun.
It looks absolutely stunning. Brilliant. Okay, so Warren, like I said, we're going to ask you a few questions that we've been asked this week about life in Malta at the moment. The first one, I think, is what everybody wants to know is quickly, what's the situation with masks out there? When do you need to wear them? What's the rules?
Basically, very simply, once you arrive in the airport, you have to wear your mask until you exit.
Okay.
Uh, you're required to wear the mask on public transport or in taxis. But otherwise, the only place you have to wear masks is if you go into a department store or a clothing store. But restaurants, in the hotel, walking in the street, etc., that's not mandatory. So it's basically shops that you
Okay.
have to wear the mask.
It's very similar to out here in Alicante, then, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, very very much so.
Fantastic. Are there any exceptions to the rules? I mean, if you have asthma, for instance, do you need to show? Do you have to keep documentation on you or anything like that?
No, I mean the authorities have been very responsible here. They got good information, stream of information coming through. They do suggest that if somebody's got any ailments that may may require the wearing of mask, then that's completely up to the individual.
Yep.
But typically, no, you don't need to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's we've got a lot of open space and fresh air, so that's the best thing you can have, really.
Fantastic. Fantastic. What's it like at the airport on arrival? Are they doing checks?
Well, we've got the normally what's happening is that you have to sign a declaration document to say that you've been in the UK for the past 14 days.
Yep.
That's only so that the authorities here will know that you've travelled from a safe corridor country, and your temperature is taken, but it's done unintrusively. So the
Yep.
camera is there. You may, if you are running a high temperature, then you will be asked to have a second check.
Yep.
But otherwise, you just let to walk through.
Okay, so it's not really creating any delays on arrival in the airport then.
No, not at all. I mean, the honest truth is that we're running on a lower number of flights than we would normally at this time of the year, because
Yep.
the reintroduction of and the reopening of the airport means that the number of scheduled flights coming in over the summer is slightly lower than normal.
Sure.
So the airport's running very effectively and efficiently.
Excellent. Excellent. That sounds good. So, how are the hotels out there? Obviously, you're in the Hilton today,
Yep.
and we can see that. Well, you showed me earlier that the pool was open behind you. What's the situation in hotels? How are they dealing with it?
Well, obviously, all the hotels are running the protocols that the government has set for the hospitality industry. So, very simply, social distancing is respected. So, when you check in, when you walk into the hotel, your temperature's taken. You go to the reception, you check in. Obviously, people keep their distance a little bit. The 1 meter, 1.5 meter rule.
Mhm.
You check in, you go to your room. You'll see a higher level of cleanliness going on in terms of this sanitization in the rooms and what have you. But really, your enjoyment of the hotel is not going to be obstructed at all. Swimming pools are open, gyms are open, all with social distancing protocols. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really notice that much. It's just well organized, and that's what most people are saying.
Sounds brilliant. Sounds brilliant. How's the restaurants in hotels? So they still doing buffets, or is it all table service?
There is buffet, but it's served by the waiting staff. So the chefs stand behind the buffet, and you ask them what you want, and they'll plate it for you and give you the plates. So that way, there's less chance of virus being spread and
Absolutely.
what have you.
Sounds very, very well organised.
And obviously, a lot of restaurants have a la carte, and they also bring some buffet to table. So if you're a family of, say, 4 people.
Oh, it looks like we've another little technical hitch. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see if we can bring Warren back on. Um, Disappeared, but he'll be back on very shortly. But no, it sounds like it's pretty like life as normal out in Malta at the moment. They seem to be dealing with it extremely well. I had a good chat with Warren this morning. He tells me that a lot of things are running as normal. They're just waiting for the season to kick in. I think we've got Warren back now. 1 second. There we go. Warren, sorry, I think we
Yeah,
lost
sorry about that.
you.
So basically, as I was saying, if you're a family of 4 and you want some of the buffet items brought to your table, that can also be done too.
Fantastic, fantastic. Are the kids' clubs opening, do you know?
Yes, and especially around the pool areas, you've got the family kids clubs there, and they they're taking lower number of children than they used to do, but basically they're administering they're offering the service with limited number of children.
Excellent. Okay. And entertainment in hotels, is that all running?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a band in the restaurant or in the coffee shop, coffee lobby bar, or in the bars themselves, you get some entertainment as you would normally expect.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So what's it like in resort? Are the bars all open, shops and everything?
Yes, so all bars are open. Again, very similar to the UK actually, where the pubs uh, will not serve at the bar, but you're shown to a table, and the barman will come to the table and take your order.
Yeah.
All places have a QR code instead of a menu, so you're going to find, you know, at the end of the day, Malta's has a very close relationship with the UK. I mean, we were British for 170 years, so a lot of the same regulations are as you would find them in the UK. So
Excellent.
if you go into a bar, you're shown to your table, you can get the menu on a cue card, and you order and pay with a touchless card. You're in. That's the sort of experience you're going to get. Very similar to the restaurants.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that the was it St Julian's Main Street is obviously, you'd expect to be quite busy on a normal year now. Is that still happening? Are you allowed to dance in the
Uh,
clubs and stuff like that? Or
the reality is that you are going to have less tourists in resorts in this initial stage of reopening.
yeah,
So it's not as busy as usual, but to be quite honest, it's been a particularly nice time to be in Malta because the crowds aren't there, but you've got all the amenities open. So if you go to a bar, you're not going to find a packed bar, but there'll be seating. You can enjoy your drink, under the sun,
yeah,
and it's a very good time to visit.
fantastic. It's pretty much similar here, Warren. It's sort of once in a lifetime. We've got summer weather, but sort of winter amount of guests, and it's
Yeah,
the
absolutely,
beaches are lovely at the
totally,
moment. It is strange, but obviously we rely on tourism. We want it all to come back,
absolutely.
and
That's it.
will
But
it?
I feel that at the moment, in July and August, what you're going to have is around 70% of what we would normally have, which is very good, and we're very happy with that.
Yeah,
And
absolutely,
that's and it makes the individual visitor feel a little bit more comfortable that there aren't those crowds around. So
absolutely.
so beaches and everything are very very nicely spread out.
Yeah,
Makes one feel more comfortable.
brilliant. And the excursions running. I mean, can you go on a boat trip when you're
Yeah,
there?
actually, today our office booked two families. They were about 10 people in total. They went out this morning at 10 o'clock, and
Yeah,
they're doing a cruise to Comino, which is our sister island. They have food on board and swimming equipment and everything. They're all running. You can get private boats if you prefer to have something more to yourself.
yeah,
And then generally most of the places of interest are open too. If you're into culture and everything, you'll find the museums opening, and obviously again social distancing is respected, but
yeah.
for all intents and purposes the experience is as you would have had at any other time.
And I think they're all listed on the app now, aren't they? We've got all the heritage,
You
all
have, you
the
have,
information on there, and
yeah.
it's bookable,
Well,
and yeah, fantastic,
exactly.
excellent. So to summarise, sort of Malta is not back to normal. It's the new norm, as they keep saying, and you're open for business. It's all ready to go.
Well, what I'd like to say is that we, being Malta's English speaking, people travelling from the UK have always found it a kind of home from home. What we're trying to do here, and which I believe we've succeeded in, is making everyone feel comfortable, that they feel safe, and that they can enjoy their holiday with peace of mind, that they're going to be in a well organised environment. That I
Sounds
believe we have done, and we're looking forward to having lots of guests from the UK coming over this summer and into the winter.
sounds like a perfect place to go at the moment. It sounds very, very nice. Don't forget, guys, if you've got any questions about Malta, you can download the Hangout on Holiday app. It'll be one of Warren's team out there that'll be answering your questions. Lots and lots of information there, but he's available. I'm not going to say 24/7, but it's if you speak to him during the day, they will get back to you and answer any questions you might have. Warren, big thanks. We got through that pretty well, and I'll probably be speaking to you. I think we're coming over and seeing you in a few weeks, hopefully. So,
we'll make sure we catch up for a beer.
Fantastic. Warren, you have a great week. Speak to you soon.
And good luck, everyone. We'll get there. All right. Take
Great, thanks to Warren. Brilliant today. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be doing the same thing on Wednesday. We'll be coming from Albufeira in Portugal. And this Friday, we're going to be coming from Turkey. Guys, if you have any questions about the resorts or any questions that your guests might be asking about any resorts, don't forget, you can download the app at any time and log in and ask your questions. Guys, I look forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday. But for now, we're going to sign off and see you soon. Bye-bye.